For the largest part, people know to live in stress, live in anxiety, live feeling sad, live feeling disappointed, feeling lonely. When you move into beautiful states, these chakras begin to vibrate well. They create a field around you.
What is the deeper importance of sadhana?
The way we use the sadhana is so that there is incredible awareness that is getting built. And awareness, please remember, is the only enemy of habit. You're habituated to being in suffering. You're habituated to living in stress. You're habituated to living in sadness and disappointment. And that needs to change. Just like how somebody is in a bad state and you can kind of draw that bad state. If you are in a beautiful state by doing the practice and you're doing it in your group, the power of the collective is always, the synergy is always very powerful. And if you're believing only on external situations changing, you'll become free, it is like waiting for a lifetime.
Namaste. The first question is about Siddhi. I am currently in my journey of enlightened stillness, and now I am approaching the final phase of this journey. As I prepare to return to Japan and host a Siddhi event, I will be sharing and transmitting the state I have received. I would like to understand more deeply, what is the true importance of receiving Siddhi multiple times? What is the role of desire in this process? And why is it important to receive Siddhi again and again?
It's such a beautiful question. So when you started off this journey of enlightened stillness, within that last 9 days, a lot of work has been happening on you at different levels, through the wisdom, through the practices, through the powerful processes, through the diksha. So there's a lot happening in the pranic level, in the energy body, in the mind body, in the physical body. And you move into this incredible state of stillness. And it just need not contain within you. So Siddhi is that transfer that you are doing. And Siddhi is very specific, where you're going to transfer the state that you have been pushed into. So as you go out, what you'll be able to transfer in your Siddhis is that state of deep inner stillness and deep inner quiet. And people, when they receive it, their kundalini is impacted, their energy currents are impacted, and they will experience this stillness. Of course, not to the extent that you have, but definitely you'll be able to transfer your state to them. So that is Siddhi. And the more they receive, it is also going to work on their pranic body, their kundalini, their energy currents. And then as you are doing it more and more, you also immerse in that state more and more. It becomes a way of living for you in everyday life. You experience it. So that is why it is great that you can share many times. And it is also wonderful that people are there to receive so many times, because it's going to impact their mind, impact their body, impact their consciousness.
Thank you. At present, more than 300 people have already registered for the Siddhi event, and I am open to welcoming even more, possibly up to 500 participants. My next question is about Manifest. Since April this year, I have been facilitating Manifest as a community journey with around 500 people. I have learned that when one continues Manifest for about 7 years, immense blessings unfold. This is what I have been sharing with the community as well. However, I now wish to understand this more deeply. What is the true importance of Manifest? What is the significance of working with each chakra in this journey? And why is continuity, moving from the first year into the second year and beyond, so important?
Let me make it very simple to understand. For the largest part, people know to live in stress, live in anxiety, live feeling sad, live feeling disappointed, feeling lonely. That is what one has been living internally again and again and again. And the more you're going to live your life that way, life is going to be pretty similar. And then you ask this question, what is the meaning? What am I doing with my life? All those questions grow. Manifest is that journey which opens up to different experiences, which opens up to beautiful states, beautiful experiences in your consciousness. And as you experience that, the chakras, the energy centers or the energy vortex in the pranic body gets impacted. When you are in states of loneliness and disappointment, these chakras are not vibrating well. It is like not allowing to explore the full potential of your being. It is like working very less. So when these chakras, when you move into beautiful states, these chakras begin to vibrate well. And when these chakras vibrate well, they create a field around you. And this field around you is interacting with the universe. So as you begin to learn to get out of what you know, which is anxiety, fear, and loneliness and sadness, and as you take steps to live in beautiful states, as you're opening up your consciousness to living in beautiful states, you're impacting these chakras, which is the energy body, which is getting impacted. And when these chakras vibrate well, it creates a field around you. And when this chakra opens up and creates that field, the universe blesses you with that particular heartfelt intention, and you manifest your heartfelt intention. So that is the science behind what is happening into manifest itself. It is true to its name. We called it manifest because you will be able to manifest what you want by fixing just not your skills and strategies and knowledge and using just your brain, but you're working at a completely different level, and you are sourcing or tapping into the source of incredible potentiality, and that is what manifest does. So it is always very good to repeat manifest, because you are making those beautiful states a very part of your life. It's very easy for you to live in calm now. It is easy for you to get back to joy, get back to connection, get back to feeling complete and full. All those experiences have to become your way of life. And that is why repeating manifest is incredibly powerful in terms of impacting your life.
Since beginning this journey 2 years ago, I have come to understand the importance of sadhana. I was guided to become a good friend with meditation, and that insight led me to create a project called Meditation is a Friend, Mind is the Mind. Through this initiative, we practice soul synchronization meditation twice a day, a total of 14 times a week. Currently, around 260 people are participating. Many participants share that the more they engage in this practice, the more content and fulfilled their lives become. This brings me to my next question. What is the deeper importance of sadhana? Additionally, I want to understand the difference between practicing alone and practicing in a group. What is the significance of group practice? Does practicing together truly create a stronger energetic field?
Beautiful. Sadhanas, there are many benefits of doing sadhanas. It is in those deep practices that realizations become a part of your life. When you're doing the sadhanas, you're changing your brain. You're changing the way your brain is wired. You're changing you're changing the way the hormones are flowing in your body. You are impacting your body. When you move into sadhanas, do the sadhanas very regularly, you're impacting your breath. Your breath is becoming calm. So it is, for us, the way we use the sadhana is so that there is incredible awareness that is getting built in every part of your meditation, on your breath, on your mind, on activating a different region of your brain. So it is overall put together, it is impacting your body, impacting your mind, impacting your consciousness, And for us, very important, it is pushing your level of awareness. And awareness, please remember, is the only enemy of habit. You're habituated to being in suffering. You're habituated to living in stress. You're habituated to living in sadness and disappointment. And that needs to change. And awareness is extremely important to walk out of suffering and to nurture beautiful states in consciousness. Sadhana itself is very beneficial, whether you bring awareness to your breath, or you're humming, or you're bringing tiny little awareness to the pause. Whatever practice you're doing is very good by itself. It is making your breath deep. It is quietening your mind. It is allowing the flow of prana and energy in your body. All that is happening. Along with that, what is also happening side by side is your ability to build awareness. And that is extremely important for the journey that happens here, for the journey, whichever level you are in, for the journey, it is incredibly important. And that changes the brain. When you start doing meditation and practices together, and especially when you do it in a group, you begin to impact each other's consciousness. Just like how somebody is in a bad state and you can kind of draw that bad state. If you are in a beautiful state by doing the practice and you're doing it in your group, the power of the collective is always, the synergy is always very powerful. So doing it in a group, one, it builds discipline. Two, you become a collective whole. And small little parts that are coming together, which creates a synergy, that is water and, oxygen and hydrogen. Independently, they are elements, right? But when they come together, they form something which is so life-giving and life-nurturing. They form water, H2O. Pretty similarly, when you are bringing into the group people, individuals, but when they do the practice, they're not individuals, they are collective. Together they they bring about a synergy of the collective, which is much powerful than the individual parts. 1 + 1 is not equal to 2.
Thank you so much. In my communities, I have several leaders who guide others, and together we experience a powerful synergy. Across my different platforms and communities, I am connected with over 1,000 people, along with many more followers on social media.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. And the more number of people, the greater the power. And it's just not that addition part. It's just not this much power. It's much more when you come together.
Thank you so much. I feel deeply passionate about bringing these teachings to Japan and beyond. At the same time, I observe that many people in Japan are engaged in self-help teachings. While I respect this, I also feel that this wisdom offers something profoundly different, a direct experiential transformation. I would like to understand and communicate clearly. What is the difference between self-help and the path of inner transformation?
When the very experience of life has to change, you cannot bring about that revolution in your consciousness by changing your perceptions or changing your beliefs. It will give you a temporary relief by changing your story, changing your perception, changing your belief, trying to reiterate positive thinking, holding on to an idea or an ideal. All this can give you temporary relief, but that is not freedom. What happens at oneness is a revolution in one's consciousness, away from stress, away from disconnection, away from separation, to experiencing peace, connection, and oneness. And it is not talking about just superficial changes in one's lifestyle, or still superficial changes in one's thinking, or in one's body, or in one's perceptions and beliefs, or the stories. It is about opening up one's consciousness to the incredible, potent that is capable for you to immerse in. a state of expanded consciousness. When you move into that state, living free of suffering, living in beautiful states, having a great vision, having a great passion to live every moment joyfully, to experience that togetherness, to love, to connect, everything becomes very natural when you begin to work at the realm of one's consciousness. And that's what one is just doing.
I want to experience the evolution of consciousness through this path, starting with FOR.
Oh, absolutely. FOA is a field that we create for, think of it as a very powerful cleanse in one's consciousness, changing the way your brain is connected, changing the neural connections, changing the way you experience life, changing the way you can connect. It kind of pushes you into powerful states of expansion. And thereafter, nurturing beautiful states becomes easy, becomes a way of life. FOA is incredibly powerful because it's not in the realm of the mind. It goes beyond the mind, pushes you into very powerful states in consciousness where it becomes natural for you to experience calm, where it becomes very natural for you to kind of feel the togetherness and connection, to disentangle yourself from stress and anxiety, because right now it has become part and parcel of one's life. You know only anxiety, you know only stress, you know disappointment, you know loneliness. But how do you get out of it? And if you're believing only on external situations changing, you'll become free, it is like waiting for a lifetime. It is not going to happen. But once you become free of this inner turmoil, then external life becomes very peaceful. And in the field of awakening, we disentangle you from your habitual suffering states, push you into powerful awakened states, and you also create incredible abundance on the external life because your state, your consciousness is powerful and beautiful.
Thank you. About 4 years ago, I encountered this teaching. Since then, I have experienced deep transformation and a profound impact in my life. Now I feel truly ready to share this experience, the feeling of my full self, with others. I sincerely invite everyone, especially those who are still undecided, to come forward and take this step.
Yes, beautiful.
Thank you.